Can Jaden Billingham come through it unscathed on his opening night as an Ultimate Pool Pro? It's time to find out. He takes on Aaron Davies.
Well, there's the man who can play spoiler. A seasoned veteran, despite his own relatively young years. He's not yet north of 30 as Aaron Davies, but he knows he's among the whippersnappers this evening in terms of Jaden Billingham. That's a successful opening break for the Cyborg. Not necessarily a successful opening layout though. This is, at least on first glance, a little tricky. The red and the yellows just coming together there, just north of the right centre pocket, are a bit of a problem. I wonder if actually, is there a 3-ball plant on reds to the right centre to kick things off?
I immediately thought exactly the same thing, and he may be going 2-ball plant to play a 3-ball plant. If it's not, then he can use the red he's just played to go into it. So it's close, but does he need to, I guess, is the... Well, he's having a look at it.
Won't someone think of the highlight reel side?
I know, exactly. Why play simple when you can push the boat out? He's a little straight on this. He has to pinch the pocket to get the angle. And he just stuck to it because he didn't play with much pace. You know, he played that with a lot of side, used the cushion, let the cue ball do its work. And unfortunately, not able to generate the pace into it. If he's on this red to the right centre, then he can continue because the red's come out enough to be able to make it top right. And he is. At first glance, I didn't think he was, but he's actually fine here.
Yeah, he's actually completely perfect.
Yeah.
In the end, played a very good shot there.
The only thing is, you would love to have got rid of the red to top right before you play reds down the table. And the reason being, when you play the red that you're straighter onto the bottom right now, you'd want to play on the other one straight afterwards, and then the 8-ball's the better connector. I actually think the shot, if he can play it, would play the bottom one of the 2 reds and get straighter on the red to top right and leave the one he's playing as is connected to the 8-ball.
Not loads of room for that red, as you saw. Played it well.
I think the reason he didn't go the way I suggested was simply because he was going too far and you couldn't play it 2 cushions because the yellow's in the way. There was a danger of being on nothing. So I think there was probably the safer play is to go this way around, because you're always going to leave yourself an angle to get on the 8-ball to even to the same pocket as he's taking this one. Actually, I think it goes cleanly.
Yeah, just checks it up off the bottom rail as Josh Juhasz watches on. He's a big Aaron Davies fan in this one, is Josh Juhasz.
Yeah. And he's come round to have a look at that. I'm pretty sure it goes cleanly, so good option, because now it's a safe shot. You just stun across the table. Just don't get too deep and flick the yellow. Basically, you're just stunning across the table to leave a 3/4 ball bottom right.
Yeah, lovely shot. Pretty cerebral player is Aaron Davies. But, well, plenty to think on as he sits back in his chair. That was a snatchy 8-ball. It is amazing, isn't it, that when you've not quite got a whole pocket, almost feel a little bit like Aaron's overcompensated there. The yellow's in his eye line. He's almost thinking, I don't want to hit that.
But what a gift for Jaden. That has... If he'd done that in the first match of the night, we'd be like, oh, okay, that's not a great start, but forget about it and move on. But what that's going to do, assuming that Jaden makes no mistakes with the counter here, it's just going to free up Jaden completely. It's going to put him 1-0 up and have the break in a match that all he has to do is avoid defeat. And it's going to take pressure off. And what Aaron wants to do is put pressure on.
Oh, it's such a big shot in the context of this group.
It's a really big error. And all the hard work was done. I never expected him to miss that. Okay, he would like to have been a touch straighter and a touch further off the cushion, and maybe the yellow was in his eye line. I don't think it was in the... certainly only on the very edge of the pocket. I think he had the full pocket. So I think all in all, it's just a bad miss.
No mistake on the counter clearance from Jaden Billingham. Not that you ever thought there would be. He has been rock solid tonight. He's gone way too far on that one.
Yeah, that was a strange shot.
Yeah, a bit of adrenaline in that one, I think, for Jaden. Still makeable though. Make it he does. He's some talent. You know, he is going to take some stopping tonight. Take a look at what's coming up for you next week in the Champions League. Same time, same place, as we look at group number 3, and this is a snorter of a group. Luke Gilbert, Jordan Shepherd, the two men in the middle there, and they're joined by Ryan Lambeth and Oli Bale. 4 really, really entertaining players to watch. 2 of the absolute best in the world there in the middle as well, when you factor in Gilbert and Shepherd.
I think 3 of the 4 quickest players in the world as well. Only Sean Chipperfield that isn't part of that. That is part of that isn't there.
8 balls close for Jaden Billingham. Yeah, Oli Bale, Jordan Shepherd and Luke Gilbert. You're not expecting many matches there to hear beeps on, let's put it that way. Ryan Lambert is no slouch either, but those 3 for sure. 3 of the very, very quickest around.
Huge visit then for this match. Big error.
Knight.
Yeah, Knight, yes. Big error from Aaron in that first frame that could have set the tone for him for the match and let it go. Now he's been given a really good second opportunity. He has to take this and start to put pressure on. This is almost where you've really got to say, do you know what, this isn't just 1-1 here. Make Jaden not touch the table till it's 2-1 here. He knows he should make this finish. Then find your break. A little bit short. I'd like to have been straight in on a red to top left there. He was just straight enough. I thought he was going to go a little bit high there. Straight enough to hold, so that's fine. No issues here.
Always wanted to save the red at the top of the table for his last ball.
Yeah. Straight enough here just to pull back. Straight, gets you perfect. So. A little bit short. And the problem with that is the cue ball's going the wrong way, and if you leave angle on the red at the top of the table, you're going into the yellow, which might flick you down the table and make you awkward onto the 8 ball, and obviously he's just missed an 8 ball. Could have used the left-hand side cushion there. He had enough angle to be able to top across. Yeah, and this 8 ball, instead of being right behind it, this is a similar level 8 ball to the one he missed in the opening frame. A completely different 8 ball, of course, but a similar level.
For 1-1. And it hangs. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this time the bad shot wasn't the 8 ball. The bad shot was 2 shots ago when he had to finish straighter into bottom left-hand corner, which gets him perfect on the last ball, and he came up short. Could have actually come up past the straight by the same distance and been far better for it. There was more margin there past it than short of it. This time though, it's not a clean counter clearance for Jaden. Interested to see how well he deals with this one. He's still going to take it on, of course. The first shot hasn't gone to plan. There's No point playing safe. Unless you've got absolutely no shot. And make the snooker as difficult as possible for Aaron, but you'd expect Aaron to get to that 8 ball from two cushions, maybe even 3. Oh, he's in off. Gift time. Absolute gift.
What a moment.
Yeah, he was trying to get into that so he could deal with the rail at the top. He was trying to flick into it and knock it on. So the first shot went wrong for Jaden. The second shot was a disaster.
Just shows how quickly this game can turn.
Yeah. When he first got to the table, Jaden, he wasn't thinking about developing that yellow. He was trying to use the yellow left centre to connect to it and play short position on it. Got the first shot so wrong, he had no other pot on, and you're not going to play safe in that situation. So tried to dig it.
Makes a ball.
Hardest of the chances so far. First 2 layouts he'll feel like he should have got right off the bat. The first one needed a little bit of work. The second one was done pretty quickly. This time round, there is more work.
This time, he's got to make it work.
He could land on nothing if he plays the cannon here, but he's got to play the cannon soon. That yellow goes, that's clever. Didn't play the cannon into the yellow, he played the cannon into the red. 8 ball's awkward though, that red's gone and blocked the 8 ball to the corner. And the yellow high up the table as well. Yeah, has he got an angle to go up for it now? He still needs one really good shot. One really good cue ball just to kind of make the rest of it easy. Otherwise he's going to be fighting this visit all the way through. I actually think both yellows go to bottom left. If the right hand one, the higher one of the 2 goes, and there you go, you see the gap. It makes things completely different because you don't have to get to the left hand side of the table for them. Got all the room on the right hand side.
Yeah, it's not a massive gap, but it is a gap.
Now what do you do? I think he's got the angle where he would nudge the 8 ball, but that's not guaranteed to go well. I'm not sure it's easy to get good on the next yellow to get on the 8 ball where it is now either. Big decision coming up. Oh, Aaron, that's so good. That's so good.
That could be such a massive shot come the end of this night.
Weighed up all the options, didn't like the roll through and into the 8 ball, was going to leave a bad angle, couldn't play into the yellow. In the end, just ball off ball. That was so good. Very clever way of playing it.
And after making 2 mistakes in back-to-back frames, this is some way to respond.
Mind you, this 8 ball's not in yet after what's happened in this match so far.
Don't know about you, I just somehow fancied him for that. And Aaron Davies, when it matters, goes ahead. This is a fabulous shot that set it up.
Yeah, and it may well be what he was planning when he came down the table, because the higher one of those 2 yellows went, and I was thinking that you'd play on the higher one to get on the more control onto the bottom one of the 2, which then easier to get on the 8 ball. So when he came down the table, I was inside thinking, has he gone too far? I actually don't think he went far enough. He was trying to go more level with it so he could play it a little bit more controlled with everything in his eye line.
Yeah.
It was really good vision from him.
Oh, Jaden Billingham's front ball breaking. And when you can front ball break like that, what will you ever do in cut breaking? What a fabulous break for the young man.
The reason for that is that was 4 straight dry breaks into that break he's just hit there from the cut break. Made a ball off his first 3 tonight, but the next 4 were all dry.
That certainly wasn't. What a bullet from the bullet.
Just needs to draw, remember, so this is still really good.
And right now, you will hear the 15-second shot clock announcement noise.
Be nice to have a little bit of angle on this red on the right-hand side. It's just a touch straight. What I was thinking was that if you have a little bit of angle, you could play on the one top right to play left centre to come down the table between the 2 at the bottom, and that gets you cleaner onto the 8 ball. Getting onto the 8 ball from high is awkward. But that's what he's going to have to do. I suppose it's the same deal, really. He should leave a natural line to come underneath it.
About as good as he could be with his plan.
Yeah. If you leave it slightly too high, you come underneath it. You could actually play short side, but you've got to be so precise to play for the left-hand cushion. I quite like just floating underneath it and backing yourself to make it up the table.
Well, he really could play short side if he wanted.
I think he's got too much to do that. I think his natural might even be into the 8 ball here. It is. I think that's why he's pushing up, is he? Yeah, he's playing into it.
Ooh, all right then.
Yeah, he could have done with leaving more angle or less angle.
Yeah, he was just in between. Needs this double, or we may well be going to a 3-way 6-red shootout. And Aaron Davies just became massive favourite to send us there. 3.5 minutes left, table is mercy. It helps him to take his time at this visit. Jaden Billingham is going to get caught if Aaron can hold his nerve.
Yeah, no mistakes from here. Yeah, this is perfect. Play this 1 or 2, probably 2. Get you. Depends how you're playing it, but there's really nothing that can go wrong. All the room in the world. Hard to believe that Aaron finds himself in this situation, considering the 2 8 balls he missed in frames 1 and 2 of this match.
He's absolutely going to take his time here. The longer he does this and make sure he gets out, Jaden Billingham simply just doesn't have the time to run 2 quick frames. Oh well, considering he had time to spare on that shot, he could have left himself a bit nicer. And you won't miss this, but you know,
Cue ball's running though.
Yeah, he's missed some in this match already. Here he goes, cue ball is safe. Cue ball runs, which actually helps him on the time. Less than 90 seconds to play. Jaden Billingham needs 2 quick frames to tie it and to send himself through. Otherwise, we're going to a 3-way 6-red shootout.
Yeah, Jaden will be kicking himself. That mistake in frame 2, a mistake in frame 3,
oh, there's
or frame 4 rather.
There's the happiest man of the 3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. He's played a good night tonight. He should be very positive about the fact he's in this situation. It was a good match for Jaden, and it went against him.
If Aaron makes a ball, this match is basically over. Well, Jaden, you've come in on a Monday night. You're about to get the full Monday night experience with a 6-red shootout to round off your evening.
Minute left, so you call your extension. I think he has to go yellows, not that you would want to. I mean, he could go reds if he wants to take the red at the bottom of the table, but you don't take the simplest pot on and use up more clock.
Three-way 6-red shootout, Simon. Who do you make the favourite?
I make Aaron the favourite. You make Aaron the favourite because he's been in a lot more of them, and he
has had some pretty chastening ones, though.
He has, but he's got some good ones. He's got good memory. He knows he can go very quick. He's had some poor losses at it as well, but he's got the experience. He's been in this situation. Of course, we know that Juhasz has been in this situation as well. He's been in this exact situation last year in a 3-way 6-red shootout, and he came through it. So the one that you feel that goes into this in the worst possible way is Jaden, because his first night as an ultimate pool professional, and he knows of those 4 frames he should have won enough to win the night.
Well, there we go. Handshakes are in, the match is over, but the group is very much still alive. Josh Juhasz, Aaron Davies and Jaden Billingham are all tied on 4 points. There you see it. And it's a 6-red shootout to decide who will advance to the next round. So it's a 3-way lag here. Aaron and Jaden will go first, and Josh Juhasz does have the advantage knowing what he has to beat. This is to pick your order. So if this cue ball is closer to the baulk cushion than either the red or the yellow, then Josh will get the option of where he wants to go. And I would suggest in a 3-way 6-red shootout, you can make a very good case for first or third, but you won't want to go second, and Josh Juhasz will get his choice.
Yeah, we didn't get to see that, but Josh has hit the perfect lag, almost touching the top cushion, which means that Josh gets to pick, and then Aaron and Jaden gets where he's told.
Well, Jaden's going to come up to the table to check the rack here. I think he's happy. We're going to get our first time on the board in just a moment. This is the kid's first ever go at a 6-red shootout, at least in competition. I'm sure he is at some point on a practice table giving this a go, but this is where it really matters, to set the time against 2 ranked professionals. Jaden Billingham, after 2 wins and a defeat tonight, will set the standard. Referee Arch Tesgeld will just remind him of the rules, will read him his right. Cue ball and the object ball you are playing must be stationary. Quickest time wins from the striking of the cue ball to the passing into the pocket of your final red. Jaden Billingham, set the time. Pretty decent break.
He could go really quick here. He's not going to move quickly, but he can go really quickly, and that's a poor one. If he makes that, then he can go quick from there.
Yeah, it's almost like he's deliberately taking his time. Could turn this one in. Yeah, it's a leisurely pace, isn't it, from Jaden? And now he gets a bit of a hurry on. But the bullets, a little bit slower than he would have liked. 36 seconds will almost certainly count him out of contention in this 3-way 6-red shootout. Aaron Davies has been involved in a lot of 6-red shootouts. He's had ecstasy, he's had heartbreak.
Just slightly overhit it. There's me saying I'd like the firmer break. That was just a touch overhit.
Still go pretty speedily through these. The fleet of foot cyborg.
Look at the layout here now. It can be stop shots. Cue ball's going to be moving on this shot though.
Still going to be pretty good. It's in the wheelhouse. It's around about the 25-second mark, which these days you're probably saying is ever so slightly above par.
Oh, that's good. Just going to move a little bit on this first one.
Oh, hell of a plan.
Oh, it just won't come nice for him.
This might be okay. Just needs one to sit.
Oh, he's a little bit fortunate for that to fall as a plant, but he's going to run out of time anyway.
Aaron Davies is going to sneak through. Josh Juhasz did not miss out by much, but in a 6-red shootout, the margins are fine. And Aaron Davies is going to find a way through in the Ultimate Pool Champions League. The Cyborg has done it. By the skin of his teeth, Aaron Davies is going to be through into the Champions League last 16. Whew. When we come back, we'll get a word with him and how on earth he survived in this Champions League group. He's buzzing.
Welcome back into the Ultimate Pool studio. Joining myself and Simon Webb, our qualifier from tonight. At the death, Aaron Davies has made it through. 6-red shootouts, mate. They've been good to you, they've been bad to you, but this one was good to you. It must feel pretty sweet.
Yeah, like you say, I've had some good 6-red shootouts and I've had some bad ones, so I've had sort of everything you can have in them. But this was a really weird feeling with like 3 players, because I've not done that before. It was so weird.
Well, we were both pretty critical of your decision to go second. We both thought you should go first or third, which was your choice. So what was the reason for going second?
I just felt it was just a weird situation. I was still a bit nervous after finishing the game, and I didn't really want to go first. I wanted someone else to do it, so I had no choice but to either go second or last. So I was always second or first. So I was always going second.
And disappointed with the time, because I know it's a decent time, but at the pro level now you're a bit worried about 25, and it probably could have been a lot quicker.
When you get the balls nice like that, what you should really do is make sure you get the right angles, and as you're trying to rush through it, aren't you? And I couldn't quite get straight on one of I think it was the third last ball and the second last ball. If I get straight on one, then I get probably like a 21 seconds.
Yeah,
I had to play that with the white moving on the last shot, and yeah, I would have been gutted if I lost that, because I knew I could have done it better.
It was so close, but it was that way all the way through the night. We started this evening off by talking about how close this group was going to be, and I mean, so it proved. A 3-way 6-red shootout can barely get any closer than that. But you had to do it the hard way. You lost your first match, obviously. It was a razor close match, but you ended up on the losing side of it, despite not really playing badly at all. In fact, not really doing much wrong at all in the game. But then you had to fight. I mean, it almost felt like the last match against Jaden, you probably made the most mistakes in it, but you somehow found the way to win against the guy who was unbeaten. It was a crazy sort of night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it shows what pool can be like, really, because the first match I played really well, and I really didn't feel like I could do anything about it. All I missed was a shot where I was trying to force a finish at the end because the time was running out. And then obviously the last match I played really bad there, and I've won it. That's just the way pool goes. Sometimes you play well and lose, and you can play bad and win.
Have you been in the situation that Jaden was in, so that you don't any result?
I have been in that.
Did you know how hard the pressure is for him?
Yeah, and
I remember you saying actually about it. Yeah, how much you hated it.
When you're trying to, it's like you're trying to protect a lead, and you go very defensive, and even in yourself,
So with that in mind, how disappointed not to take both of those?
Of course, yeah.
I mean, you were a bit of a gift in the second frame that kind of changed the match and probably the night.
Yes, well, especially the first black. They were both missable blacks, but you fancy getting them, a good 7-8 times out of 10 at least, So I was pretty good. Luckily, I got away with the second frame.
And from that you could build on it as well, yeah.
Well, what a night for you, mate! And you're into the next stage yet again. This tournament has been very kind to you in the past, but I know you'd be itching to get that one step further. Congratulations on a great performance.
Cheers.
And that's the speedy nature of the 6-red shootout. It's not too bad for you, mate. We'll take a look at what we've got coming up for you next week. We'll be here same time, same place. And speaking of speed, 3 of the quickest players in the game right there, Luke Gilbert, Jordan Shepherd and Oli Bale, are all rapid, and they are joined by Ryan Lambert in a brilliant final group next week. We look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, Aaron Davies qualifies through to the next stage of the Champions League. See you next Monday.
Oh my God. Your Champions League winner is Declan Brennan.